Hey, welcome back to Sports Cards Analysis. I'm JT with another case break simulation. Today we got 2024 Bowman Baseball. Big release, everyone. This is going to be highly sought after, hopefully highly watched video. If you're new, I'm going to explain everything a little bit in more detail. If you're a return viewer, well, I'm going to explain everything in a little more detail. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a bunch of insights, analytics. I run simulations. I build algorithms. That's what I do in my day job. And in my hobby, I build algorithms that tell you what teams are going to hit, what teams are most likely to hit in breaks based on pack odds and things like that. So let's get right into it. This first table here is going to tell you if you want to pay for probability, basically what you want to do is you want to pay for the team that has the highest likelihood of getting a hit. And in most cases, that's just going to be the team with the most cards. So I calculate the print runs. There's a lot of cards in Bowman that don't have print runs assigned to them, so I kind of just guess. Educated guess, of course. And then I take the rest of the print runs and I figure out how many cards per team, per category each team has. And then I split the cost of the case. So in this case, it's $34.49.95 at Steel City for one case of hobby boxes. I split that cost across all the cards. So for autographs, there's thousands and thousands of autographs in this product. I split this case cost equally amongst all of them and then tell you what's the price that you should pay for that team if you're just paying for probability. So the Yankees have the most autographs by, several thousand, 5,000 or so, 6, 7, whatever, 5,000, 6,000 additional autographs over the next team. Actually, this might not be sorted in order. There we go, 3,000 more than the next team below. So the Angels are the second. The Yankees still have the most. And if you want to pay for the probability of getting a hit, you pay about $241. That's about fair market value for just the probability of hitting. That doesn't mean you're paying for the value. That just means you're paying, in the end, for the highest likelihood of leaving a break with a hit. That's pretty much what that means, autograph hit. So there's the top 10 for autographs. Here they are there in order, Yankees through White Sox. That's 1 through 10. There's the next 10, that's 11 through 20. And then 21 through 30, there's a team missing here. I'm not sure which one it is. But I'm going to go to the next one. It's a risky move because we got a lot of these dual teams. Yeah, I don't know who's missing there. Oh, the Marlins. Miami Marlins have 0 autographs? Is that true? That seems unlikely. But we'll find out in a minute if my data's wrong. It's not. It should be right. I do a very thorough job. Okay, so that's 1 through 10. But what about total cards? I'm not going to go through inserts and parallels and all that stuff. So if you want to just pay for the highest probability of getting the most cards, sorry, these numbers looked really awfully similar. I wanted to make sure everything was good. This is 19,000. This is 190,000. And so again, I do make an assumption on the base set that it's probably lower than it really is. It's probably much, much, much higher. So there you have it. The Yankees have the most cards. And you want to pay about $250 for the Yankees if you want to just pay for probability. So there's 1 through 10 on the teams with the most cards. There's 11 through 20, 21 through 30. Just take screenshots here, and this will help you make purchases, make informed decisions when you make purchases. So there you go. That's about, this column here is about what you should pay if you're paying for that team just on the probability. Now, what if you want to pay for more than the probability? If you want to pay for the value of the players? Well, in this set, in every set, I assign a value to every single card, including the prospects that don't have much data. I just do my best estimate. And then I do 200 case break simulations. So I simulate opening 200 cases, and I give you all of that here. I also assign a 1 through 5 on whether or not a player is going to return a profit or maybe won't sell at all. And then I break that up and show you kind of what this product's worth. So there's a lot of 2s and 3s in this product. It's really skewed towards the lower end here. Not a lot of 1s. And the ones that are in this product are probably the prospects that I have bad data for. And just kind of guessed based on what their stats look like and compared them to other players that have already gone through this first Bowman phase. What did their cards sell for? And some of them are kind of busts. That's what happens. But overall, we're talking about a mid-tier product as far as auto value. Because, well, you're going to hit huge. You're going to get those, first Bowman cards that register like an Acuna Jr. And then you're going to get tons and tons and tons of cards that never are going to sell. And then total product strength, same thing. A lot of prospects in this, a lot of guys you'll never see again. Sadly, this is these guys' careers, but it is what it is. So let's talk about ROI over all 200 cases. So this includes all card types, autographs, memorabilia, or not memorabilia, autographs, parallels, inserts, base cards, everything. So the average ROI over 200 cases, so I add up all the value and then I divide it by 200, is 343 for the Yankees. So if you were to buy the Yankees in 200 cases, I don't know what the Yankees are going for, you should expect a return per case of 343. So that should give you an idea of kind of how much you should pay for. The checklist is pretty strong. Pardon my throat clearing. Also, you have some Ohtani stuff in here. Got a lot of Dodger players, but this is over 200 cases, so you have to remember that there's going to be a lot of Ohtani and Judge and Dominguez parallels that are really low numbered that also have high value. So that's what you got there. So this is 1 through 10 in ROI over 200 cases. That's 11 through 20, 21 through 30, and then you got that that huge card. That's a booklet card. There's 10 of them. You're not going to get much of that. It looks like I'd probably hit one of them. Okay, so that is for that. That is ROI over 200 cases. Now, what if you just want to know what's your ROI when it hits? Only when you get the hit. So instead of adding it all up, now I'm going to split them up by hit type and team. I'm also going to tell you how many cases it hits in. So this table is probably the best thing that I present. And this is going to show you when it hits, what's the average ROI, and I guess how often, what's the rarity of it. So you read this table basically saying the Padres autographs hit in 11 cases. And when they do hit, the average ROI is 141. Now, it could be a little low based on what these cards should demand. So keep that in mind. The prices might be higher, but this is on average. So, Padres, that is kind of a sleeper there, a sleeper team that I'm not hearing a lot about. So you might want to go grab them. Reds, Ellie's got some autos in this. So keep that in mind. That's what's driving up the price here. Over 43 cases, that's almost 1/4 of the cases. So for every 4 cases you open, one of them will have a Reds autograph. And here's almost half because I do 200 case breaks. So the Rangers are going to have, they're going to be hitting in 92. So for every 2 cases you open, one of them will probably have a Rangers autograph. That's about a 125. So that's how you read this table. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I'll go through a bunch of pages here. That's 1 through 10. 10 through 20. Keep in mind this price is low because it's an average. It's actually much higher than that. There's page 3. Just take your screenshots. Page 4. Page 5. A lot of low values here, but again, we hit in 200 cases a Padres insert. That makes sense that your ROI is going to be $7. So we'll stop there at page 5. That's pretty much what you can expect on ROI over all those cases. Remember, you're going to hit some big ones. You're going to hit some bad ones. That's Bowman for you. I'm going to skip over this table. That's just the rarity of the sets. They're all superfractors and red refractors. They're not going to get a lot of those. Now, also, I aggregate some things here to kind of give you an idea of which prospects might actually be worth taking a look at. Everyone knows Dylan Cruz is going to be, Walker Jenkins is going to be high up there. So I take some data from prospectslive.com, which every year they do a little preview of the Bowman players that are going to be featured in each Bowman product, Bowman Chrome, Bowman Prospects, and then they do like a tier ranking. And so I take that and I add it to Fangraphs future value metric, and you kind of sort that way and see what's the rank of the players' autographs in order. So this is kind of subjective, so keep that in mind. But you got Dylan Cruz. He's the potential ceiling of a 9 with a low risk. He's probably going to reach his ceiling, and it's a 1-tier player with a future value of 60. 60 is the highest. I could go in more of that, but that's basically calculating compared to other players similar. What is the future value this person offers their team? And Dylan Cruz offers high value. There's other 60s in here, But, there's other 60s in Fangraphs, but not in this product. So then you have some guys who have a ceiling of 10, but the risk is higher. This says prospect rank, but it's actually risk. The risk of them on that team, the risk of drafting that. Walker Jenkins has potential of being a 10, but there's a high risk. He's got a future value of 50, which is still very high. So this is going to be in order, just my subjective order here by combining those two data sets. And there's the top 20 there. So I'll just go past that. So if you're thinking about buying a team that you're unfamiliar with, maybe this will help you figure out which teams. There's two Brewers here. There's a couple Rangers. Keep that in mind. So take a screenshot and use that. Now, what about autographs? Who can we count on? Let's see what Yankees have autographs. So we got Aaron Judge, and we're going to look at total number of autographs. Total number of autograph cards. Yeah, we're going to sort this way because I almost sorted the wrong way. So we got like George Lombard Jr., John Cruz, Jesus Rodriguez, all these guys here. We do have Jason Dominguez has 2,145 autographs in this set. We also, I think Aaron Judge might have some. No, he does not have any. He has 0. But tons of parallels. So that's the Yankees. And let's actually delete this and look at real quick who has the most autographs in the set. That's Aiden Miller for the Phillies. Then Wyatt Langford. And then you can see from there, Paul Skeens has a bunch. Dylan Cruz. So there's a good chance of hitting some decent people in this set. There's the top 20 for who has the most autographs. We'll look at a few more teams sorted this way. Let's check out the Cubs. I know the Cubs have not as many newer guys. They have like Pete Crow Armstrong. Canario's in this, 1,600 autographs. There's some decent guys in there. Who else would be really... let's look at the Rangers. Rangers have these guys. There you go. I don't really know what teams are costing the most money right now. Ethan Salas, yeah, of course, 400. So very rare, actually, for that. So there you go. That's the top 20 for who has the most autographs. No, if you want to know who has the most cards in the set, total number of cards, it's going to be Dominguez. So that's why the Yankees are going to be valued high, because Dominguez has a lot of cards. And there's going to be a lot of parallels that are low number. So there you go. That's good on that table. Now, who has the most cards by team? We've kind of already covered this, but there's the top 10 by team. You don't want to look at the unique. You want to look at the total by print run. That gives you a better idea, because this order's different. There's a lot of lower print run cards for some of these teams. Speaking of low print runs, if you're chasing one of ones, there's 1,267 just one of ones in this product. That's a lot. That's over 1,000 one of ones. So very good odds of getting a one of one. And if you are chasing one of ones, here's your top 10 teams in order, descending, of teams that have one of ones in this product: Yankees, Red Sox, Mariners, Rangers. All right, now I do the simulation, and I'll just show you these. Here's one case break sorted by the lowest print run cards. I didn't get a one of one in this one, but we got the Bowman AI. We got a Bowman Anime Jackson Holiday. That's a good card in case number 200. This is just to show you that I do the simulation, and that it works. And this is the kind of the quality of cards that you can expect. So there's just kind of the top 10 cards there. Then I look at one of ones. Over 200 cases, we got 132 one of ones. So that's about, 5/8 of the time. So for every 8 cases, you should get 5 one of ones, is what I'm saying. So there you go. There's one of ones, a lot of superfractors, printing plates, all kinds of stuff like that. There's good stuff in here. So a lot of chances to get one of ones. Now, over 20 cases, just find a team that you're interested in buying. And this is just going to show you over 20 cases. Each one of these rows of bar charts is one case break and the ROI for team. A lot of Dodgers and Yankees because of those Dominguez and Ohtani parallels, but maybe that's part of my algorithm that I might need to fix. But find the team that you want to buy and see if there's any breaks where they really shoot up, or maybe there's a lot of breaks where they're very low value. So we're just going to scroll through this. Dodgers go down a little bit there. Texas is a little high. Yankees are high every single time, but that doesn't mean that that might just be a flaw in my algorithm. I'm willing to admit that. But look at these other teams. You know, those are the ones that the Orioles are bouncing up and down, the Diamondbacks. All right, so instead of looking at the full checklist, let's look at the results for the case break simulations. We got the most Yankees, then Rangers, Mets, Orioles. So that's just total number of cards, top 10 there. By print run, we did get all 130 something one of ones, and the ones we got the most of were the Yankees, then the Tigers, Mariners, Nationals. So this is evidence based, whereas the other one is just checklist based. So evidence based, this is the order of one of ones if you're chasing those. Now by card type, let's see, over 200 cases, we got 155 Yankees, 140 Orioles, 135 Giants, and you can see the rest there in the top 10. For inserts, we got a ton of them. There they are. And for parallels, there they are. So if you're chasing some of those rare rainbows, this is the likelihood that you're going to get some of those teams. And that's it. That's 2024 Bowman. Any questions, just ask me in the comments. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Good luck in your breaks. Don't overpay. And always join breaks that ship base. Don't let them keep your base cards. That's dumb. Those are worth money. Bye.